What is up, creators? I hope you're all doing well. I'm Tony Fuentes. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're out here in the local forest, but we're going to talk about the comparison between Instagram and Vero. Yes, this big topic, trending topic that is surging in social media, and it's a big debate. So I'm just going to give you my honest opinions because some of you guys asked on social media about it. So I'm going to give you my pros, my cons, the things I hate about Instagram, and the pros and cons about Vero. It's just going to be a very honest video. Okay, so where does this debacle about Instagram versus Vero start? I think it comes from the fact that Instagram, ever since Meta took over it, Meta is Mark Zuckerberg's company, it basically went down the drain. The user experience started to go down, and also in particular the creator experience. Now, there are several factors that come into this play. I'm going to talk about this in a moment, the things that I really hate about Instagram right now. But my hate for Instagram started around July and August when I literally started to look at other apps, other options to upload my photos or my content. So I opened up my Flickr account. It was quite shallow and I deleted it immediately. Then I looked up in YouTube, and coincidentally Peter McKinnon posted a video that went viral, which was about Vero, and I said, okay, let's try this app. Now, before we talk about Vero, let's talk about what Instagram is doing wrong to push creators away from their platform. Now, there are several things that contribute to people not wanting to be on Instagram. The first thing I would say is the ads. The quantity of ads that you're seeing on Instagram is just abnormal. Sometimes you have 2 posts from friends or people you follow, followed by 3 or 4 posts of just ads of companies that you don't even like. Then another 2 posts of more friends, then another 4 ads. That's horrible, and the same thing applies for stories. It's just a horrible ratio of 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 in terms of content towards ads. Now, I draw this comparison with the Mexican Open TV, where you have maybe 5 minutes of Malcolm in the middle, followed by 15 minutes of horrible ads, then 5 minutes again, now 15 minutes. So it's just a horrible quantity of ads that really pushes you out and makes you not really want to be on the app anymore. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that all the money that goes from the ads into Instagram, 0%, literally zero, goes to the creators on Instagram. All of it goes to the pockets of Mark Zuckerberg, which is such a greedy thing to do. They're forcing us to see so many ads, and in exchange, we're getting 0 revenue out of it. Okay, the second thing that really bugs me about Instagram is the quality of the content. Let's say you take your photo with your A7 IV or 7R4, which is a 61 megapixel camera, then you post it on Instagram and it looks like it was shot with a 5 megapixel camera. The compression is just outrageous, and the same thing applies for video. So that's one thing that I really hate, because we invest so much in having the best lenses, the best cameras with the highest resolution sensors to post crappy photos on social media. Okay, and now the third thing that really bugs me about Instagram right now is that they're only pushing short format video. Now, they're no longer a photo sharing app. They already told us that, which is quite a bummer because at the start they were, and now they changed all the policies, and it's quite a horrible thing to do. Now, I really hate short format content, in other words, Reels or TikTok. I really hate them because, well, in my opinion, it's garbage. It's trash content. 95% of the time that I watch Instagram Reels, I end up watching some crappy content that is stolen from other creators without giving any credit, low quality, and most of the times it's very addictive. Yes, you can find some 2 or 3 reels that really make you laugh and they're quite funny, but in essence it's created or designed to keep you in the platform, so that's why it's so addictive. Let me know in the comments down below, but sometimes I find myself watching Instagram Reels for 10 minutes, sometimes 20, sometimes 45. Sometimes I lose hours just watching this garbage content over and over again that is not giving me anything. It's not giving me more knowledge, it's not making me happy, and it's not rewarding me for the time I spent on it. Okay, so probably you're saying right now, hey Tony, calm down, why are you hating so much on Instagram Reels? And there's a reason to it. Now, a creator like myself, a digital creator, really depends on the community and the bond that we generate between you guys, the audience, and myself, getting to know me and getting to know you. That's how we can create our businesses, that's how we can create more subscribers, more views, more followers. And Instagram Reels and TikTok really breaks that bond. Hello, Mehmet. Say hello to the people. Yeah. Okay, so in essence, short form content, what it's doing is putting aside the content creator not in the picture, so you guys can seamlessly change from one reel created by some creator to another without even knowing who it was or the author behind it. So in essence, what it's doing is removing the community and making you really stay in the platform longer with very addictive content, with short form content, and in essence, what it's doing is having more retention rate for them and more money through the ads. So it's only making Instagram, Meta, Mark Zuckerberg or TikTok richer and richer and richer. That's the premise and the basis of short form content and why I hate it so much. Okay, let's talk about Vero, but do it back in the studio because it's about to rain and it's getting quite dark. So let's go. Look at this handsome boy over here. Guapo. Oh, Mehmet. Hola, Mehmet. Okay, creators, now back in the studio. Now let's talk about Vero. Now, before we jump into the pros and cons and how it fares against Instagram, let's talk about the app in general because most of you, or some of you, may not know anything about it. Okay, so here we have Vero's website, and as we can see, it's available for iPhone, also for Android, but also it has a desktop version and a tablet version, which I have to say are very nice. The interface is quite useful and very nice to use it on your desktop computer or your laptop. Now down here we can see the main premise of Vero, and it says it's an ad-free and algorithm-free app. Now the ad-free is just fantastic. It sounds fantastic. You don't have any sponsored ads or any partnerships or anything like that, just smashing into your feed. That's one thing that I really like. And the other thing is that it's an algorithm-free app. Now, the algorithm-free is something that many people will like and many people won't. But what it's saying is that Vero isn't recommending you things based on your things that you like, people that you follow, or things that you spend most time watching. It isn't going to recommend you any posts or any new creators or anything like that. It's not saving your data. In other manners, it's not spying on you, let's say like that. So this may be good for people who don't want to be bombarded with reels, with crappy images, or people you don't really want to follow. But also for other people who are trying to build their businesses, it's not going to work because it isn't going to push your content to other creators or other users. So we have to keep that in mind. We're going to talk about this a bit further along. Now, besides from that, it's a normal social media app. You can send messages, you can make video calls, leave comments, likes, shares, all those things. Yeah, just like any social media app. And also you can post a lot of types of content. Now, it's not limited to photo and video. It isn't a dedicated photo or video app. I have to say it right now. You can post loads of things. So let's jump into my profile on Vero. So here I have my profile on Vero desktop, and it's the same thing as in the mobile version. And as you can see, we can display our profile with a grid or with a timeline mode. And immediately we can see that yes, I have photos over here, but then I have some links. This is a playlist that I made on Spotify of the music that really inspires me and I like to share it with friends, so I posted it over here. Then more posts, more photos. Then I have my 2 YouTube channels linked on my feed and also my LUTs and presets shop. Now, as you can see, you can post many things, not only photos, and it's going to appear on your profile. Here you can post intros, for example, where you can share the profile from another creator that you want to really highlight. You can also post videos and photos, links, music that you like, movies that you may like or recommend or want to type a comment about it, books, places, apps, and even video games. So this is an app that isn't concentrated in video and photo, but you can basically post anything that you want and it's going to appear in your feed in a very aesthetic way. Now, this may be good or may be bad. I've often heard the saying, don't be a wandering generality, but be a meaningful specific. Now, this is what it's saying is don't try to be everything because you're not going to be good at anything. But in this case, it is quite good at all of these things. For example, in the photo side, if you want to use this app to post your photos, it does a very nice job. You can post images up to 3000 per 3000 pixels, which is a very nice resolution. And therefore you're not going to have a lot of loss of quality or basically no compression. Here we can see a comparison between my post on Instagram and in Vero, the exact same photo. And here we can see the immediate leap of quality in Vero. In the Instagram post, we can see banding in the sky, we can see loss of information in the shadow, mushiness, noir effects, pixels everywhere. It's a very low quality image because Instagram is compressing it harshly. And on the other hand, we have the Vero comparison, and this image is just looking beautiful. Very similar to the edit that I have on my computer in full resolution, which is just fantastic. The compression is little to none. And in video, it's basically the same story. We can scroll down, and here we can see that in the Vero page, very cynically, it says Vero does not compress your videos, so they're 720p. It's basically taking a dig at Instagram because Instagram compresses your videos very harshly. And yeah, so here you can post your videos even up to 2 hours long if you're verified, and it's not going to have any compression, which is just fantastic. And you can post them vertically or horizontally. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Vero has a very nice solution to the landscape problem that mobile devices have. For example, if you're posting a landscape photo on Instagram, you're only covering just a tiny bit of the screen. But in Vero, if you just rotate your phone 90 degrees, the landscape photo will be full screen and you can see it in maximum resolution on your mobile device. So on paper, for creators like me, Vero looks like a very promising and appetizing app. But for some other people, it may not be the case, mainly because it doesn't have an algorithm. So let's say you're a wedding photographer and you have your company's page on Instagram and you're interested in achieving more clients through your social media. Now Instagram, what it's going to do, the algorithm, is that maybe a bride-to-be is searching for photos from weddings to give herself some ideas, so she likes a couple of posts about wedding. Immediately, the Instagram algorithm is going to start recommending to that bride or that person more photos of weddings, more profiles that shoot weddings. In essence, it may recommend your page or your company of wedding photos. Chances are that she's going to find your page and just going to contact you to be your potential new client. So that's how the algorithm works. Now in Vero, you cannot do that. Why? Because it doesn't have an algorithm. So if you're trying to search for someone on Vero, you either have to just type their name precisely on the search bar, or it has to be recommended from outside the app, or you have to search from the hashtags, which are the only meaningful way to find new people on Vero. So as we can see, both of them are social media apps, but they have two different approaches to what kind of audience they want to attract. So in essence, if you want to build a business out of your social media, stick with the regular apps like Instagram that has a huge following in comparison to Vero, and it has an algorithm that lets people find your profile. But if you're just using your social media as a recreational app to share your content and your high quality images, I think Vero is a better place to go. So guys, that's my honest opinion on the little dispute that's going on between Instagram and Vero. Remember, you can follow me on Instagram and Vero as Fuentes. That's my handle, just like that. And if you liked the video, can you please give it a like? It actually makes a difference. Share it with a friend, subscribe, all those things. I'm Fuentes, just love you, and see you in the next one.